and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This morning we've got some employee recognition. We'd like to, Trudy's not here. We'd like to recognize Trudy Perez for she works for the public defender, and she's been with us for 20 years with the county, and she's not able to be here this morning, so we'll deliver it to her. But we're very thankful for Trudy's service. Also, Kathy Raygard. She works for the district's attorney's office for 20 years, and we want to thank you, Kathy, and recognize you for your service to the county.
Right, you send your sister up to get us.
Yeah. Well, they're not quite as identical now as they used to be.
Thank you so much.
Motion to approve item 5.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Hall to approve the minutes of the October 26th Commissioners meeting, seconded by Commissioner Warren. Questions and comments? All in favor?
Aye. I need to make a motion to adjourn from the Commissioners meeting and open the salary board meeting.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Hall to open the salary board, seconded by Commissioner Warren. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make a motion to approve the salary board meeting minutes from October 26th.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to approve the minutes of October 26th salary board meeting, seconded by Commissioner Warren. All in favor?
Aye. Make a motion to approve item 4.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to amend and approve the 2016 miscellaneous compensation schedule to aid student election observers who will receive $25 for attending the provided training and $50 for the participation in the election day. Seconded by Commissioner Warren. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Do you know how many students were there during this election? What kind of a count we had?
We had 5. We're not positive how many actually showed up, but there were 5 on the list.
There were 5 on this.
I think 5 showed up and 2 actually worked as clerks.
As clerks? I didn't know.
Make a motion to close the salary board.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to close the salary board meeting, return to Commissioners meeting, seconded by Commissioner Warren. All in favor?
Aye.
We'll get another box on those.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 6 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren to ratify and approve the following cash disbursements, seconded by Commissioner Hall. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make a motion to approve item number 7 is listed on the agenda.
Second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren to approve the following seminar requests and/or payment for seminar requests, seconded by Commissioner Hall. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve item 8.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren.
Hall,
sorry, to ratify with regret the resignation of Cammie Lee Thompson, seconded by Commissioner Warren. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make a motion to approve item number 9.
Second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren to acknowledge and ratify the hiring of Joseph Mangian Thompson to the open 90-day temporary full-time position of courthouse security at $11 an hour, seconded by Commissioner Hall. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve item number 10 is listed on the agenda.
Second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren to amend the motion from October 28th Commissioners meeting approving the transfer of Sarah Ray Sisson from Assistant Director of Elections, voter reg, to Director of Elections, voter reg. Seconded by Commissioner Hall. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make a motion to approve 11.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hall to sign the following purchase of service agreements. Seconded by Commissioner Warren. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye.
The motion to approve item number 12 is listed on the agenda.
Second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren to adopt proclamation 2016-17 proclaiming November 15th, 2016 as America Recycles Day in Susquehanna County. Seconded by Commissioner Hall. Questions or comments?
How is recycling doing? Any report on that, or how is it doing lately? Are you still in the red with that whole thing?
I'm not sure. Do you know, Alan?
It's projected that based on the current price of materials that it's yielding, that it'll probably have about a $40,000 loss next year in the recycling center. But if the price of materials comes back up, then of course we hope to at least break even and make a little bit of a profit.
And was last year a loss too?
Last year was a loss too. Price of materials is way down.
And no buyers yet for this facility?
No, we're not even interested in selling at this point. We've invested back into the facility
Oh, you have?
and upgraded the facility, so, actually, yesterday, the day before, they were blacktopping down there trying to finish making it.
And we still are recycling the same things? Nothing new is being
Yeah,
added?
still recycling. Well, the only thing we're not recycling at this time is TVs because we can't get rid of them.
Can't get rid of them?
Can't get rid of them.
Like the old TVs or?
Right.
The old picture tubes and stuff, yeah.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 13, notice is hereby given that the 2017 Susquehanna County budget totaling $29,994,024.81 budget's available for review in the reception area of the chief clerk's office. Tentatively, action will be taken on December 14th, 2016 at the regular commissioner meeting to adopt the 2017 budget. Public comment.
I wanted to comment on that budget thing. How's that budget compared to last year's budget?
Nah, it's within like, I think it's about $75,000, within about 75,000.
In what direction?
It's a little bit more than last year, about 75,000 more than last year.
About 75,000 more?
Yeah.
Is the budget covering any of these lawsuits that we have? This is a question to you. We have lawsuits against the courthouse? Do you know anything about that?
Would you like to speak on that?
No, actually, you can. Do you know anything about them?
I don't feel that I'm at liberty to speak about that right now.
Is it public knowledge?
I don't have any comment.
I have no comment.
Is there any lawsuits against the county right now pending?
The answer to that is yes, and there's also some investigations at this point, but I'm not at liberty to give any information on that at this point.
Is there money set aside in this budget for those lawsuits from the taxpayers' money? Can we get that answer?
The answer to that is that our net assets, we have restricted funds in our net assets that are set aside as restricted funds. But most of these, hopefully, if we are not successful in the insurance company, which is working on these, will have to respond as to whether they'll cover them or not.
How does the public know about these?
Yeah, how do we find it? Can we go like in the patonetary's office and look it up?
Well, the actual suits, they should be filed in the patonetary's office. The other investigations, I'd have to have our solicitor, have the solicitor review it and see what we can disclose and not disclose.
Now, who's investigating the county? When you say investigations, what department in the government or elsewhere is investigating this county?
I'll let the chair handle it.
I have no comment. I have no comment at this time. Anything else? We have a new person in the room, and I'd like to introduce her. This is Lana Adams. She's our new chief clerk. She started on Monday. In case you're wondering who the new face is, we welcome her aboard. Yes.
Did you vote on number 13?
There's no vote.
There was
on
no
it.
vote.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just
Oh, notice. Okay. Just making sure.
Now, is she replacing, who's she replacing? When she's a new chief clerk, is she replacing the young man here, or who?
No, Brian works for HR. She would be replacing Stephen Stout.
Oh, okay, so Stephen Stowe is not being chief clerk as of when? Just now, you mean?
Maybe July,
July.
August, sorry.
So I'd like some information.
We've done some of this in the meetings prior to this, Vera. We've gone over some of this.
Yeah, well, sometimes it needs repeating, to remember things. Anybody else want to do comments? I want to do comments on the incinerator. Any news on that as far as, I saw that there's the latest communique from Tyler Corners on the incinerator that they're doing pre-application meeting request for the proposed hazardous waste incinerator facility. And they have an address now, you know, it's Jennings Road, 20 Jennings Road.
You have the same information that we have, Vera.
Right, so then, do you have anything else you could tell us about it, what the county is doing in relation to the latest communique, which was October 28th, from Tyler Corners? So anything new from that?
I have nothing. Do either of you?
And anything new as far as who's going to do the actual monitoring? Did you ask DEP to do the monitoring for our county? If this facility goes in, who's going to do the emissions monitoring or the studies, the pre-studies? They're already doing pre-application. When would they start a pre-study or a baseline study for air, water, health, or whatever? Do you know anything about
I
time?
believe they were already doing the air, weren't they? This summer they started with air quality?
Not for that site.
Not for that site, but for the county, countywide.
But then how would it work? Do you think they could start that, Alan, that kind of stuff? Any information on that you can give us? Like you requested, the county requested baseline studies of air, water, and health, all those three, right?
Mhm.
So then when would they, did they tell you, DEP, in any way, when would they start this? Because they're already starting pre-application. They're going to have a site visitation. You know, so when would they start this? Do you have any information on that?
All right, so listen, here's where we're at. If you haven't read it online, and of course we never got copied on it from DEP, but CSP is an agency that's working for Tyler Corners as well as their
CPS, you mean this group here,
CSP,
compliance
yeah.
plus services?
You're right.
They're working for Tyler, yeah.
Right. So if you look on their documentation, there's about 150 pages of documentation they've submitted to DEP. And in that documentation, they've already addressed the criterion that was presented by DEP as to what has to be met. And right out of the chute, the first criterion, which is in jeopardy, is that it says in the criterion 1 that, you know, no facility of this nature should be built within a half mile of any water well, any private water well. They have already taken the stands that because they're not putting holding ponds in or anything like that, that they're asking for exemptions on that with DEP.
Right, I
So,
saw that, yeah.
Well, that's a pretty big deal.
That's a big deal, right, because,
Right.
so they
So,
know how to, oh.
Okay, if I'm gonna talk,
Okay,
you
sorry,
don't
but-
talk.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So the bottom line is the public needs to stay engaged on this, especially on that issue with that water table and the water issues over there, that, you know, this issue is addressed. Their documentation shows that there will be storage of 55-gallon drums, drum storage on the site, as well as storage of tractor trailers sitting and waiting to load or unload. So their argument being that, you know, it does not take and fit the criterion because they're not creating a holding pond, it still has material stored on the site. So that hopefully will be an issue that DEP will address and take care of. So I urge everybody to contact DEP as well as pay attention to the public meetings as to what's going on and voice their opinion with DEP when those public meetings do become available. In response to the other questions in regards to the lawsuits, listen, you know, enough's enough. You know, we've got a suit for, you know, from the 10 years ago or 8 years ago from the Clean and Green rollbacks that's in litigation. And all I can tell you is it's in litigation, and it has to deal with the Clean and Green preference, whether people continue to get it when they put a gas well on their property or not. So that's in litigation. I can't give you any more information on that. There's 3 or 4, there's 3, I believe, with the that are with the EEOC, which deals with the employees' rights, and those are out there. And you know, one is extremely old from something that Happened probably 8 years ago that, which I'm confident that we'll be okay on that one. The other two are from the beginning of this year, so.
How come when I ask the question to the chairwoman, she can't answer me, but another commissioner can? And you're the chairwoman.
Probably because he's been here longer, that's probably why.
But these two just began the beginning of this last year.
I don't know what to tell you, Patty.
I wanted to ask too is, when you say contact the DEP about the water table and the water issue that they're trying to exempt themselves from by not having a holding pond, what can you suggest to us that we can say to the DEP to help the situation?
Well, I think what you have to argue the point that even though they're not digging a hole in the ground, and dumping it into the ground to store it, that there's still storage on site.
Still storage on site. And what are they saying? Did they say what they're storing even? Is it?
That we still don't know. We
We
still
don't-
don't know what they're exactly, all they tell us is the things that they're not doing. They don't tell us the things they are doing. And if you have noticed today, their individual that was here is not showed up anymore.
Right, they're representative from Rock, what is it? Rock Communications.
I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, is
Right.
not here.
Right,
Mary Kay
right.
is not here. Mary Kay Warner. So we can ask about the storage situation,
Right.
and then public meetings. How are we going to know those meetings? Are you guys going to let us know on the,
If we get, and
You
we're
get a
supposed to be notified, so
Yeah.
if we do get notified,
right,
we will of course put it and discuss it in our meetings as well as post it on our website.
You'll
so
post it
people-
on the website?
Absolutely.
okay, so that we know.
Now,
what's
everybody
going-
is supposed to be notified, including the township, and everybody is supposed to get notified when that takes place, so.
And then, do you know what the township is doing at this point, or how far they?
I tell you, you'd have to check with the township people on that.
It's what they're working on.
Right.
Okay, thanks, Ellen.
The only other thing I'd say is that, in regards to the legal actions, none of them got my name on it, so,
You mean the ones that you just mentioned?
yes.
No,
For that, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
and wait a second, as far as the clean and green litigation thing, is who's suing who? Who would be suing then that one?
What it is back many years ago, when you got into the clean and green exemption, because you
Yeah.
had more than 10 acres, your property was exempted. There was rulings that came out when the gas industry came that if property got rolled back and so many acres were used for a gas pad, it affected the clean and green. And that's what's being challenged right now.
But then who would challenge it? That's what I'm trying-
Property owners,
So there's a group of property owners that are challenging it,
right.
and they would be suing the county because the assessment is involved somehow? assessment
Right,
office?
right.
You only dip from both pockets.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Need
thank
a
you for
motion?
answering back to the public.
I made a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, to close Commissioners meeting, second by Commissioner Warren, all in favor?
All right.
9:18.
Last night?